Hello, this is Philip Carr-Gomm. Yuri has very kindly asked me to record a meditation for you. And there's a particular one that I'd like to share with you, given the situation we find ourselves in. The world is going through a very difficult period. The UN has recently released a report about the seriousness of climate change. The World Wildlife Fund has released a report about the terrible depletion of species that is happening on the Earth. And the current political situation is not very attractive. It looks as if things are really going in a bad way. I know in Brazil, with the threats to the rainforest after the election, and certainly in North America and in Europe, we're all struggling with difficulties. And it's very easy, given these circumstances, to polarize, to see people who care for the planet and who place that as a priority as on the side of the good, and to see politicians and corporations who seem to have a disregard for the animals and habitats and plants and the climate of the earth, to see them as bad or even evil. And so we can easily see that the world is made up of two kinds of people who are in conflict with each other. I think a more helpful approach is to focus on the core idea that you find in all religions and spiritualities, which is that we emanate from one divine source, and that at our hearts each of us is a pure soul. And so if we can somehow focus at that level and allow ourselves to tune in as much as possible to this fundamental, transcendental reality of the oneness of all of humanity, then perhaps we can exert an influence that is positive and that helps heal the conflicts and rifts that exist between people and ideologies. And so what I'm going to suggest we do is that we do a meditation where we come together in the circle. And the thing about these YouTube broadcasts is the extraordinary way in which they work magically. And what I mean by that is that in the subtle world, in the other world, in the world of the soul, time works in a different way. And so even though we're all watching this film at a different time in the physical world, actually in some strange way we're all participating in the meditation at the same time in the subtle world. And so with this power of unity, with this extraordinary fact that with these films people from all over the world watch them and come together in this magical virtual space, we have a chance to work for the light, to work for the good. And so what we'll do is we'll imagine ourselves in this special space, magical space. And I'll invite you to then, once you've got settled, to hold the hands of the people to either side of you, the person either side of you. And we'll tune into this sense of us as a community of beings who care for the planet, who love the planet. And we will say some prayers and do some visualization, and I'll invite you in your imagination at a certain point to let go of the hands and to place your hands on the earth. And then you can imagine your hands, the energy of your love and care and concern running through the palms of your hands into the earth. And then you can move your hands up to your heart here. And you can even make these acts as physical gestures if you want to. It's up to you. Certainly making this act always feels good, I think, towards the end of the meditation. And then I'll say a blessing for the earth and for our lives, and we'll come out of the meditation to be fully grounded in the present, here and now. And at the heart of the meditation, I'll use a prayer or vow that we use in Druidry, which reinforces our sense of being together as a community and caring for the earth. So, okay, so let's begin. So begin by closing your eyes to better concentrate on yourself. And become aware of any sounds you can hear far away. Allow them to be here, and then just move the focus of your attention to any sounds you can hear close at hand. Then move the focus of your attention to any sounds you might be hearing from within your own body, such as your heartbeat or your breathing. Become aware of your breathing and breathe in deeply through your nostrils, deep into the belly. Hold the air for a moment and then breathe out slowly through the mouth. And do this 2 more times. And then in your imagination, imagine you are standing in a beautiful, special place, out in nature, the earth beneath you, trees and nature around you, the sky above you. Become aware of the earth and sense all the creatures in the earth, all the life in the earth, all the microorganisms, the minerals, the rocks and crystals, and water that's contained in the earth. And as you become aware of all this life, you can start to feel its healing energy flowing up into you. And if you attend to how you're feeling in your body and your energy, you might notice that 2 things are happening. On the one hand, you're starting to relax more, as just all the tension in your body is just drifting down into the earth. And as this tension just drifts away into the earth, the healing energy of the earth is rising up into you, energizing you, bringing you a sense of calm and stability. And you become aware of the plants, the trees and bushes, grasses and flowers around you. You sense them as your brothers and sisters, giving you life, enriching your life with their color and their perfume. You sense their peacefulness and their power, and you breathe in the energy of this plant world, of these trees and bushes, flowers and grasses. You breathe in this energy, and you breathe out this energy. And you become aware of the sky. And as you breathe in the energy of the sky, which brings with it vitality, You sense the energy of the sky meeting the energy of the earth within the center of your being. And become aware now of how from east and west, north and south, people are gathering in this clearing. People whose love for the earth, love for the planet, has called them to this special place. And you sense yourselves as equals forming a circle. And just allow yourself to take the hand of the person to either side of you. And as you hold their hands, you sense this solidarity, this sense of connection and community. And in doing this, in sensing this circle of humanity, this microcosm of all beings on this earth, you hear the Druid's vow that you can just listen to or join in with. And it goes like this. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. And we sense this love and this care that we have for each other and for all humanity, spreading out from our circle around the planet, touching all human beings. And then we slowly let our hands drop down, letting go of the person to either side of us. And we all kneel down on the earth, and we place the palms of our hands on the earth. And we ask that this earth might be preserved and protected, that the forests, the rivers, the seas, all animals, all creatures be preserved and protected. And we sense our love and our care flowing out to all beings. And then we imagine ourselves standing and bringing our hands to our heart, feeling the love and the warmth inside us, quietly, effortlessly radiating. peace and calm and joy. May our lives be blessed. May the land be blessed. Then gradually we let our hands settle down. And our image of this clearing, this gathering, begins to fade as we sense its influence subtly, magically, effortlessly rippling out across the earth. And as we do that, we let go of our attachment to it, saying, "So may it be, so may it be, so may it be." And the image having faded, we become aware of being seated here in front of our computer or tablet or screen, fully present, seated here, now, filled with calm, peace and joy. And when we feel ready, we open our eyes. A blessing on our lives, a blessing on all lands.